School integration is one of the most important issues facing our country today. Back in 1954, the U.S. Supreme Court laid out the reasons why separate education is inherently unequal, and yet more than 60 years later, our country has never seriously taken on the task of desegregating our schools. Our schools are more racially segregated today than they were in the 1970s.
One way to improve schools and improve students' outcomes that has been persistently overlooked is integrating schools, making sure that children from different backgrounds have the opportunity to go to strong schools with diverse classmates.
Bringing together students of all different walks of life, providing rich academic experiences, giving a sense of belonging for students in school, that's all really hard work. But deciding to prioritize school integration, that should be easy. TCF's research on recruiting and enrolling a diverse group of students is designed to help school and district leaders create new diverse schools or sustain and increase diversity in existing schools. Housing patterns in the U.S. are segregated, and if schools don't make an intentional effort to be integrated, it's likely that they're going to end up being segregated as well. Some of the strategies that school leaders should consider to recruit and enroll a diverse group of students are starting with setting diversity goals. Look at the diversity of the community around you and decide how you will measure the diversity of your student body and the ways that it reflects the diversity of that community.
Community Roots opened about 13 years ago. We opened to be a diverse by design school. Over time, as gentrification started to really transform the neighborhood and the district, our classrooms and our schools started to also see that shift as well. So we have a weighted lottery, which means that 40% of our incoming kindergarten students must be students living in public housing surrounding the school. We do a lot of outreach to make sure that families know that this is a school option for them.
Harvest is an incredibly diverse place. We have a pretty intense recruitment effort. One of the important aspects of that is that we have a diverse teaching staff. That's a way that we can signal to families that we are a school where they will be able to find someone with whom they identify.
We have breakfasts at my school for guidance counselors for schools all over Queens. In all of our mailings, we promote diversity by sending out materials in all languages all of the time.
Our strongest recruitment tool is our families. It's our parent ambassadors and our student ambassadors. Parents lead a phone bank once a family has an offer, so families can have really one-on-one conversations and ask their questions. And we also host a registration event where we're really trying to focus on support of underserved families and communities. If they need any assistance with registration, all of those resources are available.
School integration has a number of benefits for children of all different backgrounds. Children that attend integrated schools are more likely to seek out integrated settings later in life. They're more likely to integrate neighborhoods as adults and send their own children to integrated schools. Children that attend integrated schools also tend to have higher test scores. They drop out of high school less often, and they have higher college matriculation rates. They also are more likely to be civically engaged, to be participants in a democratic society that are more likely to be free of bias, racism, and the other social ills that weaken democracy.
If all schools and districts committed to recruiting and enrolling diverse groups of students, we would see huge benefits for academic outcomes for students. And I believe we would see ripples in society of the changes that happen to the perspectives that students bring when they've had the chance to learn alongside peers who are coming from different perspectives and backgrounds than their own.
If we're able to unify students from all different backgrounds, they will not only see the educational benefits cognitively, socially, emotionally, they'll really start to learn to love learning.
It's not lost on us that race relations in this country are in an incredibly dismal state. What we see when we bring students together is that kids are looking at each other as human beings and not as only a stereotype. In a country where most folks live really segregated lives, it allows a space for people to connect across those lines of difference.